What happens when you square square roots? Just a quick reminder in case you did not learn this last year. If you square a square root, like square root of 6, what you're really doing is the square root of 6 times the square root of 6, which would technically be the square root of 36, which brings you back to regular 6. So essentially, when you square a square root, you free what's underneath. Oops, that highlighter does not work. Surprise. You free what's underneath. So anything that's under there will come out from underneath the square root. Even something weird like square root of x plus 2 squared, even though we're not going to encounter this, it would just mean that you freed the x plus 2 from underneath there. We are only going to worry about numbers like this. If you square this next one, this 5 times the square root of 6 squared, this is the only thing being squared. So this is the same thing as 5 times the square root of 6 squared. So what you're really doing is 5 times 6, which is 30. Now, a lot of the time, what you mean to do is this last one when we're doing right triangles. But we are lazy oftentimes, and we write this. The problem with that, apart from being incorrect, is that if you plug that into your calculator when you really mean this, your calculator is not going to do the correct problem. It's not a mind reader. It's going to do the problem you asked. So the difference between 5 times the square root of 6 squared and all of 5 root 6 all being squared is this. Since you used parentheses, this squared needs to go to both parts. So what you're really doing here is 5 squared, which is 25, times the square root of 6 squared, which is 6. And that gives you 150. And as you can see, 150 is very different than 30. So try the last 3 problems and make sure that you really understand the difference between these. And we'll check in tomorrow.